it's Starla. Welcome back, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to do a little bit of a chatty video to let you guys know what's going on with me right now. Imagine a second video in less than a month. I'm on fire now. Anyway, I think I have mentioned in previous videos that I have really been working on getting healthier, trying to get my weight under control and, just live my best life. When I was sick last year and I was bedridden for a good chunk of time waiting to have my back fixed, I was watching a lot of, or listening rather, to a lot of podcasts. And I came across one quite by accident. It's called Losing 100 Pounds with Fit and Fat, and that's PHIT in PHAT. And there is this amazing woman. Her name is Corinne Crabtree. She's about a decade younger than I am, but she lost 100 pounds on her own, and she has kept it off for about, I think she said 14 years. But the difference in what she teaches is she teaches you about mindset and about changing the way you think and about taking personal responsibility and being accountable to yourself. And it's really, really been just a lifesaver for me. If you want to look into her, she does offer a free course. Once you take the course, you are invited to join a Facebook group for her groupies. Groupies are people that follow her podcast. She also has a tribe that does cost money to join, but you can absolutely do very well if you don't have the money to join the tribe, just by listening to the free podcast, by taking the course, by watching her videos. It's amazing. I just had my second 3-month checkup, and for the second time in my adult life, all of my test results were normal. There wasn't anything that was high or elevated. The only thing that was slightly concerning is that I don't have a lot of muscle mass, but I'm working on that. Also, my A1C for diabetes was good. I'm doing really well. I lost about 50 pounds last year, and I have a goal set for about 50 pounds this year. And then I'll need to lose probably close to another 100 pounds. But I mean, I'm making good progress, and I don't feel like I'm doing anything that's not sustainable. One of the things that I started doing was exercise, and I was going to the local aquatic center and using the lap lanes to do water aquatics on my own. They don't really have a class there right now, but it's a fun activity. I've noticed a huge difference in my body, in my energy level, and it doesn't hurt you like some other exercises do. However, my youngest daughter goes to yoga, and she was really excited and wanted to share it with us. And I agreed to go to yoga with her, and she looked for a beginner's yoga class, something that wasn't hard. It was called Zen Yoga. It's mainly just, gentle stretching and things like that. But let's face it, your girl is not in the best physical shape. And what should be easy for other people might not be easy for me. I'm drooling for some reason. Please forgive me. Anyway, I went with her to the class, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. It hit me on an emotional level that I didn't expect. I was sobbing before it was over, and then I cried for quite a while. I mean, after I got home, it seemed like it really opened me up to something that had been blocked that I needed. However, a few days later, I started to experience back pain again. I thought maybe it was just a pulled muscle or just, normal exercise soreness. So I waited a while and didn't say anything, but it got worse and worse, and there's no way that I'm going to go back to the pain I had last year. So I did call the neurosurgeon and make another appointment. I saw him yesterday, and it is the same problem from before. It's a nerve being pushed upon, and I'm going to have that outpatient procedure again, which is basically just putting steroids into the um, into the muscle or whatever it is, and making the swelling go down so it doesn't push against the nerve. It's not this Friday, but next Friday. I also I had a I gosh, how many times am I going to say in one video? I had a sinus infection that just lasted. It would go away for a couple days and come back. Well, about a week and a half ago, just overnight, I got a big lump behind my ear. I'm like big time drama mama, paranoid, so I immediately, was playing terms of endearment in my head and planning my demise. But the doctor said that he thought it was symptomatic of the infection. He gave me some antibiotic eardrops, and it started to go down immediately, which means that it is an infection and not a tumor or anything like that. As soon as the eardrops ran out, it started growing again. So now they have me on antibiotics to knock that infection out so that I can have my back surgery or outpatient procedure, because you can't have it when you have an infection. So there's all of that. Okay, then I wanted to talk a little bit about addictive personality and what it has meant to me, what it's done to me, what I have discovered. I have always had an addictive personality for as far back as I can remember, and I've always been very obsessive about it. If I like something, there's no middle road. I love it or I hate it. When I discover something, I'll do it just nonstop as much as I can. And when I discover that I like something, I want all of it. Now, most of my life, I did not allow myself to feel my feelings. I either slept them away or I ate them away. And I was very addictive and obsessive compulsive about my eating, which is how I got to be, not so long ago, over 300 pounds. When I wanted to change from that, I started wanting to do things to make me feel good about myself and make me happy. And I discovered YouTube tutorials, which showed me that since I had quit wearing makeup, there was just this whole new world of makeup that I never knew existed. I mean, my husband passed 17 years ago, and except for just very occasionally, I had quit wearing makeup. So other than drugstore makeup or occasionally Avon, I really didn't know about everything that the makeup community had to offer. And I found out and jumped into it with a vengeance. I have so much makeup, so many eyeshadow palettes, lipsticks, highlighters, I mean, you name it. Everything, everything. I've got so much. And what I came to find out recently, and it should have been apparent to me from the very beginning, but, I didn't know. I have been a collector of makeup rather than a consumer. And the problem with that is that because there is so much of my makeup that I have never used, I really don't know, on certain formulas. I don't know what's my favorite, what I like, what I don't like. And I just continued to buy and continued to buy. And for a while, I wanted everything that I saw the YouTubers that I watched have and use. And it wasn't occurring to me that they get PR, they make money from their YouTube videos that they reinvest. They're better able to have all of those things. I am not a makeup beauty guru. I certainly don't have a budget for that kind of thing. And so I honestly, I had put a lot of it on Afterpay or store cards, credit cards, money that I didn't have. And you really shouldn't go into debt just to have makeup. But, I did. And now I am on a self-imposed, very, very low buy. I have set a goal of buying no more than 2 things a month. And it can roll over in case there's something that I see that I really want on another month that I haven't wanted this month. And I'm not counting makeup essentials like foundation and primer. And I get the foundation and primer that I use from my niece who sells Unique anyway. But I'm trying really hard, not to be that way anymore. I want to use the makeup that I have. I want to be able to use it and enjoy it and, see what I do like and what I don't like so that I'll know in the future. And then maybe when I get some of it used, although I'm sure I'll never get all of it used, maybe I'll have a better idea of my preferences and I'll just feel better about it because I don't need to be a collector. Then I discovered paparazzi jewelry. For those of you that don't know, paparazzi is costume jewelry. It is $5 bling, $4 flat rate shipping. And I proceeded to just, I wasn't buying makeup anymore. Now I was digging a hole $5 at a time with my paparazzi. Now, don't get me wrong, it's really pretty jewelry. I really like it. I enjoy wearing it, and I do wear it. However, I began to put hooks on my wall, and I have pretty much walls covered in paparazzi. And I love it, and I wear it, and I will still occasionally buy it. I'll still watch the videos and stuff. Who am I kidding? I'm going to buy it, but not to the degree that I was. Same with clothes. I did not have any clothes. I mean, I had like zilch. I was suffering from so low self-esteem and such depression. And, I pretty much lived in the same pair of sweatpants, the same t-shirt all the time. When I started taking better care of myself, going to therapy, learning about self-love, I got a Torrid credit card. And I discovered, some new clothing that actually fit me and looked good on me. And then my daughter talked me into getting the Dia & Co. box, and I get that. And, I'm happy that I have clothes, but I have to watch myself because I don't want to get into that either. What I'm wanting to do now, I've asked myself why it is that I get all of these things. Because I'm not necessarily the kind of person that believes that you have to have a lot of things. It's just not necessary. And yet here I find myself in this trap, and I don't know why. And I stopped and I thought about it and I journaled about it. And I came to the conclusion that I was looking for my happy place. And that opens up a whole can of worms, because I don't want to find my happiness in material things. So I've been thinking about it and looking into it, looking into my own self. And I think a lot of it is just, I spent my life, for a good part of my life, from the time I was 16 until I was 34, I was with my husband, the absolute love of my life, my first, last, and only everything, the father of my children. And when he died, for quite a while, I feel like I died too. And then I discovered, when I started therapy, much to my horror, I discovered that I didn't really have my own identity. I was one of those girls that just completely enmeshed themselves in their boyfriend, or in my case, in my husband. And all these things that I felt were my hobbies had actually been his hobbies that I was supporting. And when he was gone, they didn't mean anything to me. And I've never been someone with a lot of friends. So I really didn't have any friends. I mean, I have family, but that's not the same thing. I don't know. That's one of the reasons that I started this YouTube channel, is because I've just been so depressed and so lonely. And I just thought, it would be a good place for me. If nothing else, if I never get anybody to watch these videos, if it's just me venting or talking to myself, I still find it is really helpful. And the few subscribers that I do have, I care about them. I know most of them from YouTube, from their channels, and it makes me feel good to have people talk to me and watch me and laugh with me. But anyway, I wanted to let you guys know that I am going to start using my makeup rather than buying a metric crap ton of it anymore, which is going to be hard, because I look at the Sephora and the Ulta pages and I just salivate. I mean, it's pretty bad, but I'm going to start using what I have so I can see where that takes me. And I am going to start, I know I keep saying this every time, but I am going to start putting out more content. And this is just an example. This is my second video in less than 2 weeks. So there's that. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to touch base with everybody and let you know what's going on. And I guess I will be seeing you guys real soon. So until next time, bye-bye.